Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy with the organizers of the Highway 62 barbecue competition in Nicoma Park. And later in the show, is Moore, Oklahoma the best place in the country to buy a home? I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
How'd I do that time?
You are horrible at intros.
I am. I'm terrible at it. I'll tell you what I'm not bad at. Barbecue. I can tear up some barbecue. I had some freaking world-class barbecue over the weekend. World-class.
Tell me more.
Blacktop barbecue in Harrah, Oklahoma. Let me give you the story first. So my goal, okay, I had Friday off. I told you I was going to Tasty Burger in Choctaw. You couldn't go because you were going to be at Lake Murray. We can talk about that next week, how that went. So I go, 30-minute wait to get a burger. I'm okay with it. The place is bumping. There's people everywhere. So I text Jason with Taste of Choctaw, hey, what's the backstory? Tell me a little bit about this place. Going to do this and that and the other. He goes, well, I'm 5 minutes away. I'll meet you there. So I get my food that was going to be to go because I was going to do a video in the car because it's crowded. I end up eating my food there. And he's like, hey, I got a piece of a cinnamon roll in the truck from Blacktop Barbecue. I said, really? He goes, you ever been to Blacktop Barbecue? I said, no. He goes, you've never been? I said, no. He goes, it's literally 3 miles down the road. Now, mind you, I have a 2-pound bag, fries and a burger. It's a husky boy. It didn't take much pressure. I was like, okay, fine. So I went, got barbecue, ate most of the, I didn't eat most. I couldn't because I started with the cinnamon roll that you can order as a side. A homemade cinnamon roll with an inexplicable frosting that has a hint of orange in it. I did take 3 bites of the hamburger. Not gonna lie. I'm telling you right now, at 6:56 on a Wednesday night, I can take you to a barbecue place in Harrah, Oklahoma, that if you're driving too fast, you'll miss it. The kitchen is in a storage container.
Okay.
They have, I believe, 3 or 5 500-gallon smokers. They hand make their sausage, their smoked sausage.
Nice.
The brisket, I'm not a brisket guy. I say it all the time. There's a lot of things I'm not a guy of. And I am technically still, I see how you're looking at me. I'm still a guy. You see, I'm poking. I'm feeling it. I'm a guy. But I don't do brisket. But I was like, let's do, or Jason ordered it. I said, do it. 3 meat. The freaking brisket melts like butter. The fat cap you could peel off. The thing about ribs, you want them to kind of not fall off the bone, but you're not mad if you skin it with your teeth.
Yeah.
That kind of rib.
Nice.
I'm telling you right now, and they've got rolls that remind me of Grandy's.
Grandy's back in the day had some rolls.
Their rolls slaps. You got to get, if you get a chance, and we can do the plants kind of line, I can drag your ass out to Harrah, Oklahoma. I'm telling you right now, you will not be disappointed. If you're out there listening right now and you're flying in from Malaysia to meet us, because that's where most of our fan base is, you have to try this American barbecue joint in Harrah called Blacktop Barbecue. But barbecue's the theme right now.
Barbecue is the theme. We have an interview coming up with the organizers from the Highway 62 barbecue competition coming up later on this month.
Yes, that I will be I'm attempting to, I don't know. It's going to be a hung jury because I'm going to like all of it. I don't know how to say, I don't like that rib. There was not enough of a nuttiness. Like, I don't know what's the criteria. Do I swish the barbecue sauce in my mouth and spit it into
I'm sure that's exactly
a Dixie cup or what? We're going to find out. So stick around. Great interview coming right up. All right, well, coming up April 19th and 20th, it's the 3rd annual Highway 62 Barbecue and Music Fest, sponsored by Liberty Entertainment. And here today to give us the rub, give us the rundown on how to get down and grub down, it's Christy Brewer. Christy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Christy.
Yes.
Let's start off. What's your barbecue poison? Are you brisket? Is it ribs? Is it hot links?
Oh, it's amazing. If you've never, and I think if I remember correctly, I think you may be being a part of it. You're gonna be able to taste the amazing barbecue. It's incredible. It's nothing like you've ever tasted before.
Well,
so
no, what I mean is, what is your What's your go-to?
My go-to is the brisket.
Mm.
It's absolutely freaking incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all incredible, but the brisket and the ribs are just chef's kiss for sure. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a ribs guy. I can take her. I don't mean any disrespect, and this won't affect my ability to judge. I don't want to be never invited back again. But ribs, finding out that Friday night is rib night, I've already started prepping my fast to prepare for that weekend. Yeah. But I can take or leave brisket. I mean, I'll eat it. I can judge it fairly. But ribs are. I own ribs. I don't even. If I had to find a brisket on my own body, I wouldn't know where to start. But I can tell you where the ribs are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, we're super excited about the Friday night rib burn. It's going to be incredible. The competitors, they're coming from all over. They're very serious about what they're doing, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be real exciting. And it's all for the Nicoma Park Volunteer Firefighters Association, and we're here to raise money for them. We're just excited to be able to do it again for the third year in a row and bringing more and more teams out. We're really growing into a huge contest and causing a lot of stir. It's fun.
Oh, Christy, just to back you up a little bit here, how did this all get started?
I was approached by a cook, actually, who lives in Nicoma Park, and he came up to our venue. We have a venue. We sell fireworks, retail fireworks in the summer, and we have a huge space. And we started having little concerts here and there about 10 years ago. We have a huge stage, and we just kind of added some things here and there. Now we have a beer garden, and it's not a really outdoor venue. And so he approached us and worked on us for a couple of years. And so finally he wore us down, and so we decided to ask the fire department if they would like to join us and let us raise some money for them. And of course they were more than happy to do that. And so it's been a great experience, honestly. I mean, it's just, it's a fun time, and it's been nice to do something for others, honestly.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, in all seriousness, it's a win-win situation, because find me someone that doesn't like barbecue, and I will tell you that they're AI.
Everybody loves barbecue.
Right. They may not like ribs. They might. There's always something that's on the menu that people fancy. But the fact that you're giving back to the first responders in the community. I mean, it's a win-win situation.
Really
even if you're a competitor, win, lose, or draw, you're doing a service. So yeah.
Well, even judging, I mean, I call it the all coveted position of judging. There's so many benefits of it. It's fun. You get to eat spectacular food that you'll never eat it anywhere else in your life. There's no restaurant serves food like this. It's absolutely incredible. When I first tasted it, I was like, why don't restaurants serve food like this, And it's just too costly. It takes too much time.
Mm-hmm.
You really put a lot of time and effort, and a lot of money goes into it, even, from the cook teams. So, it's a passion. It's a very expensive hobby for them, but they can win a lot of good prizes too. So we have a lot of money going out in prizes and trophies and cash. And so a lot of money's up for grabs.
So how many grill teams do you have this year?
We currently have 32, which is incredible. I mean, that's a huge amount of teams. We have 32 on Saturday, 25 on Friday. So near 50, over 50 teams, which is, I mean, and they all are going to be camping, bringing out huge trailers. It's going to be quite the spectacle.
I'm already getting the meat sweats.
Oh my gosh!
I'm blaming it on the lighting, because I'm right underneath the.
Seriously, do not.
I'm not going to eat. I've been told explicitly, don't eat breakfast on Saturday, and don't plan on eating anything but ribs on Friday.
Yeah. And you can't drink anything during the competition. It's very seriously. You don't want to mess up your palate.
Right.
You don't allow people to leave the judges' tent at all. So it's super serious. But afterwards, the judges' tent turns into the quote unquote VIP tent, and so we get to party a little bit and have fun. And there's a private bar in there, and we're gonna have some good times.
That sounds like I am super excited. I told Jason, because Jason with Taste of Choctaw, he's like, hey, you should try this. I was like, well, I'll put my name in the hat, and then lo and behold, apparently there's rumors that I like food. It's a fit. I just don't know how I'm going to swish around rib meat in my, looking for the nuttiness and that barrel aged flavor that you would at like a whiskey tasting competition.
Right.
But I'll do my best. My best.
Yeah. We have these placemats that they'll place the food on your placemat. They'll tell you, this is this and that, and you taste it, you judge it, you write it down. It's a process. It's a lot of fun.
I can't wait. I hope that this is the beginning. Well, I hope this is the beginning of more tastings.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. But yeah, I'm excited. And plus, on top of all that, we have live music, and we have over 30 merchandise vendors coming out. We've got an axe throwing guy coming out. Just all kinds of stuff going on for the kids. And so it's really a family event. We'll even have food trucks, and they'll serve other things, than barbecue.
Oh, come on.
I know, just in case. You never know.
Christmas. There's not going to be any vegan food trucks out there, is there?
No
Okay.
vegan. We don't like vegans. Vegans are out.
Hey, I did it for 6 months.
Hey,
I can do anything. I have 2 ex-wives, and I was vegan for 6 months. Come at me. I'm bulletproof.
You're wide open.
I can do anything.
Yeah.
So, Chrissy, as far as the different categories for the food, I'm looking at some pictures from past events, and I'm seeing what looks to be floral bouquets made out of barbecue. Is this something that we'll expect to see this year?
Okay, so that was last year, and we had a Bloody Mary competition, and it was pretty amazing. And the cook teams who participated really brought out some incredible entries, and one of them had sparklers in it, and it was just they were lighting up the tent and the judges' tent, and of course he won. And this year we actually have, in addition to the rib competition on Friday, we have what's called a sip and bite competition, and it is the pairing of an appetizer and a drink, and so just like a sip and a bite. And so you'll be judging that too on Friday night.
I think they would call that a amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche. Now, here, let me do that again. So that way, I don't want you to correct me.
No, it's staying in.
It stays in?
It stays in.
Sorry. Dude, you're full of he's being full of amuse-bouche shit, is what he's by not deleting that. But anyway.
It is basically an amuse-bouche.
There you go.
Huh.
I had one of those for the first time on a cruise.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like,
supposed to clear your palate?
It was, but it was a lemon sorbet that they gave you. I was like, ooh, this is good. Not knowing I'd never have it again.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But no, it just sounds like a great time. So kind of, obviously there's your standard, cooking, part, the standard cook part of the competition, but how creative are there, are there more creative categories where, like you said?
Yeah. Well, the People's Choice competition, that's another category that we have, and that is kind of a looser category.
Uh-huh.
So we have 17 teams participating in the People's Choice. And so what that is, the festival goers, the people from the community, whoever wants to come, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Saturday, they can buy a tasting kit. And it's a donation to the fire department. It all goes to the fire department. But for $20, you get a tasting kit. And it consists of a plate that's in a Frisbee, a little take-home Frisbee, with our logo on it and things like that. A plate, fork and knife, spoon, napkin type situation, and a ticket. And so they can walk around through the cook teams, talk to them. And at this point, the cook teams really get creative. And a lot of them have all kinds of stuff going on in their camps. They're giving away drinks and food, and it's just a good time. You walk around and you vote for your favorite team. You vote for, the food that you like the best, or whatever, the team you like the best, what have you. And so that's just another contest, and we give away money for that too, whoever wins the People's Choice. And it gives the people in the community an opportunity to taste the barbecue as well,
That's awesome. So, as far as the specifics for the event, what are we talking cost to get in? What's the actual location? Best place to find out more information?
Yeah, it's free to get in. It's completely free. The only thing that is a charge is the People's Choice Tasting Kit, and that's $20. The location is in Nicoma Park. The address is 2540 Liberty Boulevard in Nicoma Park, and we're on Highway 62, otherwise known as 23rd Street.
Mm-hmm.
We are about 10 miles from Oklahoma City in eastern Oklahoma County, Nicoma Park. So it's really close for everyone, and lots of parking, huge space, just a good time.
Christy, I have a question.
You do?
And we might leave it in and might not.
Okay.
I need to know the truth behind the fair house that was up on the hill there forever. Did it get torn down?
It got torn down.
God, that's such a freaking shame.
We tried to buy it from them for years because we're entrepreneurial. Me and my sister-in-law, Sam, we've been business partners since we were teenagers, and we were going to turn it into a haunted house.
That'd have been perfect.
Yeah, so we wanted to buy it, kind of move it over a little bit onto our land and use it as a haunted house facade. And just one day they got a wild hare and tore it down.
Yeah, because I had heard a bunch of people had been trying to buy it, and he just flat out refused.
Well,
I was shocked when they moved it from the fairgrounds, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, they gave it to him.
That's so dumb. I can't even believe it.
And he pulled in some favors, and he got that sucker moved for free. And his thought was he's going to renovate it, but I think the city wasn't going to let him do some. I don't know the particulars, but it kind of sat there. They worked on it for a little bit, and people were kind of breaking in.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of afraid of the liability, from what I heard, which you can't blame him. And so they down, which is a shame.
It's a damn shame.
It really is. I mean, people were mad.
Yeah, I think there were people that would have loved to have a piece of the trim, or
absolutely.
Because we grew up. I'm 46. Harley, we're about the same age. We all grew up walking by that house at the fair, thinking it was haunted back then.
Yeah,
because the lights were always on.
We sell fireworks in the summer, and so we're there in the summer. And so our overnight security would always say, I always see a light flickering inside, and I would go closer, and there's no light. But he said in the middle of the night, I could see a light in the very top of that turret, the very top third floor. Yeah.
I wanted to ask because I figured if anybody knew it was you, because it was a couple of years I remember seeing a deal on the news, and then I happened to be out in Nicoma Park picking something up. And looking up on the hill, and we were like, "Oh my God, there it is!" And it was in such disrepair. And I think at that point the news had already broke that they were planning on having it torn down, and we were just my girlfriend was just heartbroken because she loved that house. Everybody did.
I know. Everybody loved that house. Yeah. It was a beautiful house. I love old houses.
Oh
and that one was especially cool. So yeah, it was a heartbreaker, but
got to move on.
Gotta move on. Time
to eat some barbecue. Just eat barbecue and forget about that old house on the hill.
They can still come and see us.
Well, Christy, thank you so much for taking the time to be on here. Thank you so much for dragging me along for the adventure. And I just hope above all else that I can survive.
You will survive. I promise you.
It's torture. It's torture to have me eat.
Yeah.
The problem is barbecue, in order of food genre importance. It goes barbecue, Chinese, taco trucks, and then down there, I know Chinese isn't saying much.
That's unusual, yeah.
But and everything trickles in. I'm worried that I'm going to be ruined by this.
You are going to be ruined. Just be prepared. Just be prepared. You're going to be waddling out. You're going to be so happy.
Well, I've already started, calling loved ones and saying, I don't see you again after the 20th. I love you. Been telling a lot of people I love them.
I love you. Oh, just remember me.
Well, Christy, thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Absolutely. We're super excited to have you be a judge on both Friday and Saturday night. We got your chair ready for you.
Does it recline? That's the best question.
Well, if you recline, you're going on the ground.
There you go. Well, there's a chance I'm going on the ground regardless. But
okay, guys, thank you.
It was nice meeting you, Christy. Have a good night.
It's nice meeting you, Harley. Thanks. You.
Take care. We'll talk soon.
Brett.
All right.
Thank you. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, yeah, that was a fantastic interview talking about two of our loves right off the bat, ribs and brisket. I don't love anything else as much as I love brisket. But I have to love them all equally. I don't know if I can do that.
You get so worked up about weird stuff. You're going to have to eat food. They're going to give you multiple samples of food, and you're just going to have to say which one's better than the other ones.
It's like picking your favorite kid. Wait, I could do that. I could probably do that. Do you feel guilty? Let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Do you have a favorite child? Don't say who.
Yes, I do. And it changes regularly.
Depending on what decisions they make. Is it different degrees of disappointment?
No.
At all times?
No, my kids are awesome.
Well, your daughter's got matching tattoos. That was kind of cool. Is this news to you?
No.
Okay. I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I have a favorite. It just changes regularly.
Mine is ribs. That's my favorite.
Your favorite kid is ribs?
Well, no, my favorite. I'm not going to. I don't want to. Here's the problem, though. I have 3 kids. 2 of them they're little. You really have to be a son of a bitch to have a battle royale, a death match between those 2.
See, here's the thing, though. With the ranking of the kids or having a favorite kid thing, you have 2 young kids, yes.
Right.
One of them is going to keep you up tonight, and he will not be your favorite kid because of that.
Yeah.
One of them is going to come up and give you that super sweet dad hug.
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
Dad, you're my favorite. And you'd be like, you're my favorite.
What do you mean I'm your favorite? I'm your only dad. Mom? What is he saying I'm his favorite dad?
He's going to say FedEx.
And no, I'll end up being a FedEx because I'm going to go get fed somewhere else. But it's just, I look at it, it's going to be a challenge that I'm accepting. I'm taking one for our brand. I'm just a little concerned that they're going to go, we're still waiting on, we're still waiting on one judge to make up his mind. And I think it's going to be 12 Angry Men. Barbecue style, but 12 Angry Men.
Well,
so I'm going to do my best.
We'll see.
Best of show.
This could be
your
new calling, or this could be
we'll never get called again.
Yes, that's a possibility. If you want more information on the Highway 62 barbecue competition in Nicoma Park, check out the website libertyfireworksok.com.
Well, coming up after the break, another city in Oklahoma has made the top 10 list.
I'm Raven Rollins, and this is my Southern True Crime podcast where I discuss cases from my former hometown. Ada, Oklahoma paints itself as an average community, but its history of murder and corruption runs deeper than any story has ever told. You'll hear plenty of special guests, including authors and experts in their fields, who visit with me on each episode, as well as other cases in the southern states. With notorious and unknown cases alike, every victim sees the light on my show. This is Sirens, a true crime podcast.
So, news story today out of KOCO. Moore is ranked number 8 for people getting a mortgage and buying a home, according to Realtor.com.
Okay, I'm going to give you my hot take. I live in Moore.
Mm-hmm.
It's crowded. They need to... Can we talk about where... You don't even live in Moore, but I think you're going to agree with this next statement. Can we talk about where 19th Street ranks in the country for worst places to drive at any given time in the day? Can we widen? No, I was almost going to say, can we widen it? Why? So we can put more people on 19th Street. I agree with the statistics.
I agree that Moore is a great place to buy a first home. I do also believe that the city planners for Moore, Oklahoma need to be taken out behind the woodshed
and spanked with
real.
With a
19th
paddle.
Street is a cluster.
It is. I've known people there have been people that have gotten killed at the intersection at Telephone in 19th. I mean, well, when Costco opens up, it'll free up the such and such. I got hit on a forklift behind a Home Depot and more because we couldn't have a shortcut to the such and such and the so and so because somebody wanted this and that and the other thing. I know we're going to get to the positives of this, but you mentioned more. Two things come to mind. More is less. That's what comes to mind. You're overcrowded. My first home. You lived in Moore at one point.
I don't know that Moore itself is overcrowded. I really think it's just
19th
Street. Like, Moore is a pretty big place.
It is, but
they just piled in too much shopping
in one area
that has a lot of stores that people come from other places.
Yeah, but that choke point
is bad. So the city did make the list despite 19th Street and despite the history of severe weather.
They're talking about widening 19th, and we need to do a story on that if we can find it. They're talking about widening 19th Street to 5 lanes.
I think what we should do is talk about the news story that we're talking about.
Okay, I'm fired up. What are they ranked? Number 19th out of 10?
They are ranked number 8 for people getting a mortgage, first-time home buyers getting a mortgage and buying a home.
It's not a bad... I will say this. I live in Moore. I have a vested interest. My kids will be go to school there. We'll be going to school there. We did the Moore thing and bought a storm shelter that I hope. I never want to hope, but I sure hope we get to actually use it. Because right now I got to walk around it to get to my lawn chair. It's in the garage. But Moore's not a bad place to live. I get what you're saying. It just feels a little lumped in there. But let's be realistic. Moore made a list that's much longer than that because Oklahoma is really... I was talking to somebody that moved here from California.
Mm-hmm.
They were paying $3,000 a month for a studio apartment in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
So people are moving out here in... I don't know that it's as big as it was at the middle to the end of the pandemic, but there's a lot of West Coast migration. And I've seen it in Moore in South Oklahoma City. It's cheap. I mean, and again, if you're looking for a first-time home buying situation, my first house I ever bought was in Moore. So I get it. I just have some,
well, I think
my cockles are up.
I think for first-time home buyers, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's a very nice town.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the shopping situation, I think that's poor planning on the city's part. You can't have that density of shopping
right in one area.
One area without much more planning.
Well, and the thing about that I think is ironic about the growth of 19th Street, back in 2013, I think it was, when the tornado basically took out 19th,
mm-hmm.
They grew back bigger. It's like, I'm not saying you don't need to, if you build it, they won't come, but they grew back even bigger. It's like, folks, what if it happens again? Can you imagine the infrastructure hit it would take if that happened again now? I mean, there's billions of dollars within a 2-mile stretch.
I think sales tax receipts for the state would be hit.
Oh, at big time.
Like, the entire state probably does a significant portion of business right there on 19.
Well, I think it's hopeful. It's hopeful praise for the city of Moore. I just wish, like you said, the city managers would have taken a little bit better approach as to. I mean, I get it. You want to have a central clearinghouse for all of your retail establishments. But the other side of that too is Moore's still a small enough town that there are small businesses that are just getting their asses handed to them because
there's 57,000 big box stores within 12
it's
minutes.
Basically you're shopping in the BX over here. Like it's the one-stop shop. But again, great news for Oklahoma. Even better news for Moore as a city.
Yep, we'll include a link to the show note, or we'll include a link in the show notes to the news story. And we do have some feedback.
That's always good to have.
Yep. So our buddy JW Racing 77.
I'm done, buddy. What do you say? Please.
He has yet to acknowledge the fact that you ask who he is every single episode.
He's not. He's got to know.
But he commented on our last video, our last episode, the Taste of Summer Ice Cream Festival in Broken Arrow. He says Broken Arrow is a great place to live.
It is. Oh, so hang on a second.
I don't know.
Now we're narrowing it. He's toying with us.
I don't know if he's toying with you.
19th Street's got me fired up. Now we freaking slide into the feedback section, and we got JW Racing with his stop it, quit. I'm waiting to start getting phone calls where it's the Mothman prophecies over the freaking payphone giving me clues. I'm not doing this, man. I'm not. You live okay. So we know that's it. We're turning this room into the True Detective set. And it's going to be clippings, and I know JW Racing is Johnny Walker. I know it.
A
great place to
live.
The
mystery of JW Racing 77 continues.
If this is you doing this to me because you know it eats me alive, I swear to God.
If I knew it was this easy to get your hackles up, I would have done something like that a long time ago.
I said cockles earlier. I meant hackles. My hackles are up. My head is buzzing right now. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. 19th Street and JW Racing got me on the ropes right now, and I'm not having it. I don't like it.
Well, if you are JW Racing and you want to reach out to us, the best way to do that is to email us at OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com.
Yes, that's right. New episodes every week. Working on videos. I have ADD. I'm doing the best. I'm doing ADD in HD. And it's tough, but we're doing our best. We're doing our very best for you. Don't forget to check us out. We're going to be out at the barbecue festival. This has been the Only in OK Show. New episodes every week. Win, lose, or draw. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. This episode of the Travel Oddities podcast is brought to you by allergies. Allergies, colds, viruses, dysentery. Gonna be alright all night on the night. 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're lucky enough to, I'm not saying lucky because we're not lucky.
Do you have notes in front of you?
Do we have notes?
Yes.
I didn't know if we had notes. I thought we were just going off we're just
No.
riffing.
No, we're not riffing.
Okay. Is it the Yahoo thing?
Today
Welcome to the show.
We're lucky enough to talk to somebody who made a barbecue thing.
And it's cool. Is Moore, Oklahoma the best country to buy a home? The best in the country. I thought it was like the best country. Wow. I know it feels like you're in another world when you're here. 3, 1, 2. God. We're in trouble. You may have to do this by yourself. Are you prepared to do that? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy with the organizers of the highbrow. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy with the organizers of the Highway 62 barbecue competition in Nicoma Park. I'm going to start that again. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today God dang it. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy. 3, 2, 1, 0. And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy with the organizers of the Highway 62 barbecue competition coming up in Nicoma Park. Blah, 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 blah. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the freaking... Why do I always do that? 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're getting saucy. You don't like it. You don't like too much of a pause there. 3, 2, 1.